So now make heartfelt request to Guru Vajrasattva for all of the negative imprints created when we engage in negative actions of mind itself in this and all past lives to be purified. I think that Guru Vajrasattva happily responds, sending this, this time as we recite the mantra, think that there's bolts of lightning come from each of the syllables of the mantra and instantly eliminate all these negative imprints from the mind, just like when light is turned on in a dark room, the darkness instantly dissipates. And again, one experiences one's whole being in the nature of blissful, radiating light. Om Vajrasattva Sammaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dhyanupadishta Dirdo me bhava Sotokayo me bhava Sopokayo me bhava Anuradho me bhava Sarvasiddhi membrayatsa Savakama Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Guru Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mama Mutsa Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sarva Ahum He Om Vajrasattva Samaya. So finally, to complete the purification, we do we make a heartfelt request to Guru Vajrasattva for our mind to be completely purified of all obscurations. And as we recite the mantra, then this time, if we can manage, we do all three visualizations simultaneously. For those newer people who find this difficult to do or confusing, or maybe some of the old students who also, then one can just focus on one of those visualizations that's most appropriate. Om Vajrasattva Sammaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dhyanupadishta Tirdum me bhava Sotokayo me bhava Sopokayo me bhava Anurakto me bhava Savasiddhi membrayatsa Savakama Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Guru Ha ha ho Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Bhav Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manubalaya Vajrasattva Dhanum Bhadishtar Dirdum Bhava Sutokayam Bhava Subhokayam Bhava Anuradum Bhava Savasiri Membrayanta Savakama Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Guru Om Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gada Vajram Mamamutsa Vajra Bhava Ma Samaya Sattva Ahum Bhe. Through ignorance and delusion I have broken and degenerated my commitment, so spiritual master, be my protector and refuge. Lord, hold of the Vajra, endowed with great compassion, in you, the foremost of beings, I take refuge. Then Vajrasattva replies, O child of the family, your negative karma, obscurations, and all broken and degenerated commitments are now cleansed and purified. So generate strong faith that this is so. And then apply the fourth opponent power of strong resolution to avoid negative actions as much as one possibly can, for whatever period one possibly can. That Vajrasattva is extremely pleased and as a result dissolves into blissful white light which dissolves into me, and my three doors become inseparable from Vajrasattva's holy body, speech and mind. In emptiness there is no I, the creator of negative karma, no action of creating negative karma, and no negative karma created. Through the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Vajrasattva and lead all living beings without exception into that same enlightened state. So now we do the protector pujas, prayers, page 231. So we try and do these with the bodhicitta motivation and with the thought that by doing these prayers, may all His Holiness the Dalai Lama's wishes succeed immediately. May all wars, religious conflict and disharmony be pacified. May all the activities of the FPMT be most beneficial for sentient beings and the Buddha's teachings. And may all the FPMT projects be free of all obstacles and succeed immediately, especially the Maitreya project, the Great Stupa project, for the benefit of Atisha Centre, Tubten Shedrabling and all the other monasteries and nunneries of the FPMT, and all the Dharma centres and other projects. We also, may these prayers also be for our own benefit, to be able to help us to be able to free all sentient beings of suffering and lead them to enlightenment. So in order for us to be able to do this, we ourselves need to complete all the realizations of the path. So may these prayers help us in this, to accomplish this, and may they enable us to fulfill our own virtuous wishes for ourselves and others. And also may these prayers to the protectors and four saviours benefit all those who have died or need help in some way. So there are the names that have been submitted, but also in particular the following people who have died. May they achieve the best rebirth possible, especially to be reborn in a Pure Land or gain a perfect human rebirth, where they can meet with a Mahayana Guru and quickly achieve enlightenment. So for Tony Mackley, Maria Lauro, Ubaldo Ribera, Plato Mavros, Ledisha Nudenko, Linji Veracruz, Nick Collins, He Hui Sui, Fred Cook, Jennifer Tisdale, William Sonny Robinson, Dario Tezzaroni, Sudangsu Balabos, Morris Michelle, Tan R. York, Stanko, Filkovic, James Cheeve, Judy Peters, Midja Gasparo, Peter James McMahon, John David Edgerton, Alan Shapiro, Alicia Velo Mondate, Anne Bonner, Lim Lei Chu, Fong Piao, Chong Song, Gombo Surin, Men Bayar, John Anthony, Dr. Kingsley Gill, Koa Singh Kok, Bisma Armstrong, Roberta Costagli, Claude Garrett, Anne Burgess Verman, Rodney, Stephen Taylor, Martin Harrison, PJ Walsh, Audrey Edith Evans, Veronica King, Nagesh Matre, Mike Pickett, Jean-Claude Moran, Cecilia Burnett, Esther Vera Huizma, Le T. Bay, Shamali Mitra, Bonnie Muller, and Gwendolyn Young. And also may the following benefit from our prayers: Anne Marie, Cove McIlwain, Leslie Imber, Muijin Maizier, Bobel, and Mr. Bun, and all past, present, and future patients at St. John of God and Bendigo Base Hospitals.
So I just this so morning. So here during the retreat we do lineage request prayer. Lineage Lama is short, but we try to as possible extensive practice of the Guru Yoga. Guru Yoga, then Lama Chopa, Guru Puja combined with the church spiritual practice. So the most very important practice to generate correctly devoting word to friend with thought and action. So that becomes a root of the path to enlightenment. Whether you can achieve the rest realizations of the path to enlightenment or not, it depends on the first realization, correct devoting of virtual friend, correct following of virtual friend without action. So it depends on that. So the two merit that practice and so what it contains is purification, purifying the karmas collected from beginningless rebirth, the obstacle for realizations, and then collecting extensive merits. Extensive merits with the seven practice, rejoicing, so forth. Extensive merits, collecting extensive merits, and cause to achieve realization, and then the actual body, then to receive the blessing of Guru in the heart, then going through the qualities of the Guru, and so forth. One point is request to the Guru, and those things. So to receive blessing of the Guru, so through that, then you're able to change the mind, able to soften the mind, change the mind, and then into general realizations, renunciation, bodhicitta, the right view. The common parts and the common true stages of Tantra. So that's very, 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 very important, very basic, very important practice for realization. Very needed. The Manjushri, Lama Chopa asked Manjushri, without wisdom, what is the way to quickly achieve the realizations of Lamrim, gradual path to enlightenment? So Manjushri answered, the way to quickly actualize Lamrim realization is peaceful obstacles. Peaceful obstacles, the obscurations, and so that. So normally, there's Vajrasattva, so forth, those practices, many practices of purification, and then collecting the extensive merits, necessary conditions. So that's the mandala offering, so forth. So forth. Not only that, but so forth. And one pointedly requesting Guru, make a request to receive. Then through that, looking at Guru, how many gurus one has met Dharma connection, then you even the Oma Hung or Oma Nebemu Hung could receive the room, even taking room, all transmitted Dharma connection, then Guru, then without missing, then you visualize him by looking at each one, or the Buddha, each Buddha is all the gurus, one totally one is, so no separation. Anyway, for devoting Guru with thought and action, obeying the advice. So that's man, as a man. Then actual body meditation, the meditation on the path. So three things Manjushri advised. The question Lama Chopa asked. So here, so here you see, in the West, many people don't think of such things. Depends on what you're aiming for, what to achieve. If you're not aiming for enlightenment for sentient beings, to free the sentient beings from oceans of samsara suffering, and to bring in the peerless happiness, total cessation, obscuration, completion of all the realizations. If that is not what you're looking for, it's different. If you're not looking for enlightenment, if you're not looking for nirvana, total cessation from samsara, oceans of samsara suffering. Suffering pain, suffering change, progressive compound sufferings. You're not looking for that. That's not different. You're not looking for you're not looking for happiness of future life. Guru bother to meet Dharma again, to practice Dharma, to benefit more sentient beings. All that you're not looking for, and then, then it's not. Then you see, if that is not what you're looking for. I don't know what else you're looking for. It was just, some rest or some peace, or kind of like you walk very hard. During the walk, you have to walk very hard. So, for example, big rock, you pull, you have to pull a big rock and very hard, and then you take rest. After what, you're tired, and you take rest, sleep, some peace. So like that. So some rest, some peace, kind of like that. First you pull the rock very hard, so then of course you get tired, you need small rest, you get some rest, so you can sleep or whatever. So that kind of peace, you had much problem, and then then you go away for 1 week holiday to Goa or to some beach and ignore the problem. Don't think of the problem. During this 1 week, then you come back at home, then you think of the problem. You just go back 1 week, they don't think of the problem. So that's kind of peace. That kind of peace. It's this life, just this life peace. So this is what I've been saying this evening. Just this life peace. From the the hectic life or the at home, then kind of to be quiet from the noisy or something here 1 hour or 1 week. So it mainly depends on what you're looking for. Close eye and the hands like this, or whether you do like this or like this, or stay for hours. So anyway, what also that thing is so important, but the goal, what is the goal? Not important. The goal is something like that. Much in the West is also maybe many Hindus, they have through concentration, shamatha, and then something she for firm contemplation, something she. Then you get born in palm realm, formless realm, which we did numberless times. So through Ichime Shamatha, basic course, so we did numberless times in the past. So Hindu, you can achieve that in Hindu, but we did numberless times in the past. So also so anyway, so that too much. So yeah, so the advice to Lama Tsongkhapa. So I have to think about that. Why we do this morning practice? Why we do the morning practice and all this after evening and on all these sessions? What Mandushri and answered advice to Lama Tsongkhapa? All that, to remember that. So this, what it contains is that advice. So essence, that. You see, so otherwise it was just, kind of, this very close eye and sit like this for hours, and this kind of, that's the most important thing, was the man thinking nothing. Man thinking nothing exists. Nothing exists. Spaced out. Spaced out, like that, hours, just that. Then that's it. Then there's no way, and maybe becomes, mind becomes dull after some time. You're supposed to become more aware, mind become more aware. Develop the wisdom, more aware, more deeper understanding, realization. But realization to renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness, then tang-tri realization. There's a whole path to enlightenment. So much to achieve. Then after some time, meditation, every day. After some time you become very forgetful. Mind very forgetful. Very forgetful, dull. And many people become like that afterwards. Mentally. Oh, you have to know why. That's my question. Then people become crazy. Wind disease, become crazy. So that like that. So instead of getting better, more bright, then less, going down. So anyway, so that many people become like that. So anyway, so now no words, no prayer, no words, like hours, every day, whole life. So this is what the general people like. Because they don't know. But the goal, they don't have this goal enlightenment. To achieve enlightenment, to help the sentient being. To help the sentient being doesn't have that goal. Very much yourself, peace, happiness. But even not nirvana. Nirvana, you have to follow the Four Noble Truths. And you don't start the Four Noble Truths. Or, just go to meditate in the room, just have a whole lifetime. That's nothing. You have to start the Four Noble Truths. So, no idea. So, not like that. So anyway, sorry. The Teja Pavanga's instruction I read, Purpose Lama Chopa. Says, if you're able to practice Lama Chopa in a day, then says, you see, you practice vital, all the vital of Sutra and Tantra, but condensed, complete practice. If you do Lama Chopa Ishite, Guru Puja. And then, if you can write down, it's good. Because I might forget. It's like practicing Lama Chopa, Guru Puja, is like taking out the hard practice of instruction, the instruction of the garden tradition, Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, the garden joyfulness, the Lama Tsongkhapa is the tradition, the Ninju Jivelapam. So the scripture with the manifestations of the garden joyfulness, Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, the lineage passed year to year. Ninju is passed from year to year. Like taking the instruction of the text, manifestation with the manifestation passed from year to year, the Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, the Japanese. It's like taking out the essence. Then yogi, and that's supposed to be Mount Kailash, or that's Mount Kailash is also said during the Mahamudra teachings. One post-Dhamma celebration, we request Iswan to teach Mahamudra. So Mount Kailash, or there's another mountain in Pakri, and that's near Bhutan, Pakri, where I lived 3 years. Pakri, there's one big mountain, there's a Mahakala, the 4 Mahakalas, holy places, and something, I think maybe there or Mount Kailash, there's still supposed to be there, the great yogi Tsuyitaje, who achieved enlightenment in one lifetime, in brief lifetime or degenerated time. The Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, who practiced and achieved full enlightenment in the brief lifetime or degenerated time. And also Jawa in Sabah, the Lama Tsongkhapa's disciples of disciples. Jawa in Sabah, so forth. Not only this group, so forth on what they practice is the Lama Chopa. What they have practiced, those who achieved enlightenment in brief life, those who achieved enlightenment in the brief lifetime or degenerative time is this Lama Chopa. To them they become the hard practice of them. This Lama Chopa. Then found unified state of Vajradhara in the brief lifetime of the time. So this is one's own tradition. All the holy beings, they have practiced. Those who have achieved realizations of the path to enlightenment, so the Tantra, all those who went through enlightenment, through the Lamrim realizations, Rinpoche, Rinpoche, Bodhidharma, two stages of Tantra, who have gone through this, the holy lineage lamas, so holy beings, so our tradition, and one's own tradition, this is their hard practice. This has been their hard practice. And less words, and so much is content. Great blessing, so profound. Just briefly about that much. Then on top of that, the Yamantaka soul realizer, Yamantaka Pavachikpa, then Bajagini, the Yamantaka from Pada Tantra, Bajagini, but Mother Tantra. So some example like that. Nyamshe Jangchumna, some Chabatu, Melhaba, then such a practice get done from Pada Tantra, from Mother Tantra, something like that. Then so profound. Then if you can do this on top, then some Chabatu to Melhaba. So there's so much profound, special quick method. So many profound, quick, special method, all the contents. If you do the practice, one from Bhattandra, one from Bhattandra. Then Khasa, and hard practice to the Nyamshi. Hard practice integrate into one key, like the king, one key, one method, one key, like king, the gradual path to enlightenment. To that, integrate everything in that. So, the which the opening door for the Buddha's teachings. Hundreds opening door, hundreds door for the Buddha's all the teachings. They are profound, extensive, get method, wisdom. The kanju, tenju, those tenju is more than 200, kanju is more than 100, some, all the different enlightened beings and different lamas, they experience, all their teachings, all the so, Sundra Gojese, Demi, Jigchok, Church and Julamjirba, Chigil Jana, Telenecha, Mebas. So, a hard practice. The one key, open and draw, hundreds of drops, all the Buddha's teachings integrated into Lamrim, gradual path to enlightenment. So, the nature of it, no more important practice than that. So this practice wasn't so net culture. Net culture. So if you are hitting, you see, if you are shooting right targets. You don't shoot this way, this way, this way. Right on the targets. So on the self-testing, on the ignorance, truth, holding truth, so forth. Is the example. So very point there. Very, very important vital points. So important vital points, really hit, so benefit the mind. So it's extremely important so this says so this is mainly for Tibetans. Then, to pacify obstacles, like 21 prayers, reciting, then add king of the prayers, add prayers, also, reciting those. Other than, you see, that which doesn't benefit the next lives, then doing so many things, doing so many prayers, doing so many things which doesn't help the next life. This not so much for, I don't think what's this Tibet, leave out, give up those things, so many unnecessary things. Then Pavanga is advising to some students, so some, I think a famous Tibetan businessman or some famous advising, giving advice, life practice. And Tanda Shandan Zemu, so you're doing prayer now. So Lama Chopa, that don't remember the inseparability of bliss mindedness. And this Lama Chopa, this is not only become words, not only Mama just reciting words, not only become words, as elaborate as possible, as slow as possible, as elaborate as possible, as pinpoint, how to say, as to the right on the point as possible, according to commentary, and then visualize as one, do the visualization as one can possible, then refuge mandala, Dungsha, we have done the beginning with first sessions. Excellent. Dungsha, then Mizama reciting, Mimitavitinji, as Tangso, the counting numbers. Then especially, then, Lama Chopa, Shingju Tamba, the lumbering prayer, at the end of Tantra, so Shingju Tamba, the supreme field. In that prayer, last one, in that prayer, there's lumbering and there's lojong. Of course, lojong is the thought transformation, is the all the lumbering from good devotion up to enlightenment, it's all lojong. But there's particular lojong. Lojong, lamrim, the lojong, there's a lamrim, lojong, all lamrim, lojong, thought transformation. But lamrim, the lojong, differentiating from that. And then Lamrin Lojong is Chevi. Lojong, then there's particular Lojong. You know, particular Lojong, all the obstacles, whatever bad thing, or whatever obstacle happens, you utilize in the path to enlightenment. You utilize in happiness. You utilize in happiness. Everything is good. Everything is good, you know. So whatever obstacle happens, you utilize in happiness. Utilize to enlightenment, utilize Buddhista, utilize in happiness. So that, so you don't, no obstacle left. There's no obstacle. So whatever obstacle, you use for happiness. Enlightenment, to achieve enlightenment, sentient being, to enlighten the sentient being. So it is in the best happiness. Best happiness. So you have no obstacle. In that way, you have no obstacle. So then in that case, you see, so in that case, whatever obstacle happens, whatever bad thing happens, is good. It's good for you. Whatever bad thing happens, whatever bad to others, for you is good. And then, for which you can practice. So that. So whatever happens is good. That. So it gives you an opportunity for lojong. It's very necessary. Very necessary. You see, you need that. It is not that you don't need. It's a need. You know, like that. You understand? So Lojong, Lamrim Lojong, peaceful Lojong, then generation complete stage. So then poor transfer conscience. Poor. They go to Pure Land. The time. So if you have a clear realization, then you see you have achieved inner khachu, sky enjoyment, inner khachu, you know. Outer khachu is Vajrayuk in Pure Land. Outer khachu. So inner khachu is you have experience, clear light. This is inner khachu, inner Pure Land. So that's the power. So, but if we didn't have those experiences, then if death happened, power. It's like using the high powers, like in the Lama Chopa, we recite every morning. So there, power. So Lama Chopa, this Lama Chopa, all the important vital point, most profound vital points of the complete part of Sutra and Tantra, it has. So not just run the words, trying to finish so fast, not just run the words. Must collect, must have some yellow core county. Mata chigda tumbi manam tamle motujan. So as much as possible, the profound meaning to get in the mind, as much as possible. At least, then even just prayer, you know, according to the words, at least a prayer. So at least even the prayer, able to get done. Then you see leaves imprint of the complete part on the mind. Special imprint get left on the mind. Definite. Then this way, then definite. You are completing the very essence of the life. Then your principal practice, your principal prayer practice, so this one, if it become Lama Chopa, this one, then the hitting the right point. If we integrate into this, like Chuja Samdita quotations. Example, there are 100 waters, 100 rivers, so many. But you see, there's one bridge. The bridge covers many rivers. So one bridge. So you go over the bridge, then so easy to cross all the water. So like that. Chuja Samdita quotations. So, hundreds of water, this example, hundreds of water and one bread, then you see, so under the one bridge. So you see, so easy to cross all this water. So this essence of the scripture with the transformation of ear lineage of garden, the joyfulness, Lama Chopa. Therefore, it has incredible blessings. Sangha Shilviki Sangha Shantanga Minyamba Shindu Ne Chewa Junne Je. And the blessing it has was a blessing, unbelievable blessing, and unequal, extremely important. So happens from this. So then, because they're giving, Pavanga was giving advice to this, I think, benefit of the, very famous in Tibet, this business person, so giving practice in the life, so advice. Soulmate system cheese. Soulmate means, constant soulmate. Soulmate is I think means constant, so can't bear, so with so much compassion, loving kindness, requested to me, especially, so so easy, and great, highly meaningful. Then the heart advice, meaning or importance, the heart advice. So Sunday to clarify. I don't know, next. Somewhat to them simply what was then to satisfy, to fit the mind, to achieve the happiness beyond from this life after enlightenment. So please keep in mind to practice. So anyway, important to mention this, and especially Lama Chopa, when we listen teaching, our mind is so what to say? So even even the stone has been under the ocean for 100 years or eons, or under the ocean, but never become salt. So our mind. So even we stay at the Dharma Center, or there's always teaching all the time. So many years of teaching, here, basic program, master program. Then so many teachings. Always day and night in the here, but you see, so much, nothing goes inside, and kind of, mind never becomes soft, and if somebody says something a little bit wrong, you're so selfish, or you're so something, little putting down, then suddenly, whoa, get angry. So kind of that never met Dharma before. So anyway, then not make short. So when we listen teachings, are unable to follow the teaching. Mind has no capacity to able to grasp, able to follow the teaching, and can't follow the teaching, can't grasp the teaching. And we try to reflect, and they can't reflect the meaning, words, can't, unable to. And then when we meditate, mind doesn't become soft. It doesn't become soft, and then from that to rise realizations. Getting closer to the realization doesn't happen. No realization comes. How much you meditate, it's all dry. It's all like walking over desert. Not only walking over the food desert, but walking over desert. Hot, very hot desert. So like that, where there's no water, nothing, no plants growing. So kind of that, how much we meditate. And so unable to get realization. So like that, like this kind of mind. So what is need is then the purification and the purification. So practice of purification, intensive, and collecting merits, and requesting Guru with a blessing. One point, requesting Guru blessing. Then it helps. Then when you meditate on path, then you're able to change mind. So that's that's just our idea what Pamangata Simple advised. So especially many of old students who generally might be okay, but then some people might have these questions. Why? So I'm just for the old and new student, just okay, so that's all. That was, yeah. Yeah, that was.
Sengen, then Bella Julia, Yawa, the Boche, Sajo, Jogalado, the Moche, Cowboy, no Yell, the boy, Yell, the Yell, Julia, Julia, Changan, the Molly, 有龙子木子线，多过一些多方，线多龙也多方。我了想叫外国人听了Lama在么在做，在这么百万个真的那多没把牛的些说东西那个来做米。日子的大节目做这外的兄弟不做起不起，这些大多学习也这些能给用爱些能给当起做起莫里叫一个周围就的心光。给我给我，我当起老婆婆脸都别高。给你年轻多了，自己多说，我的别闹就不乐意，可以过些多也没力。下代了最多见我当心出来我当小月多么，把脸毛所要没了不给三个的我son些些说我在伦敦都见到这样些son都见到月光多son要月的son切莫来我son我把钱不找着。马在南街就单等别东西到来上把一些主播列段要做不多就为做你我是我今夜老三的别做列做把那参的我记得有我的老三要么老祖宗们也我们把大都多谢就让么就让么就就让么都干了嘛就让么就大家都就让喽喽喽就让么就让么就就让么都Tunjo Colorado, Moramaja, the Tunjo, ji 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 ju du sa mi ja ngo zoi ja da ye ye zhe wa ye da ye xin gu yong zoi ga yu ji ma na zhe zoi ma wei long jie ne ya sa la gu lian jie gen jie ma sa gu bie jie zai zhe zhe do li ye la xie da gu jie nian de jie zai yu la ma ya zai la gu da xie zhe ne zhe ma wei gan zhu jin pa dan jie la gu bie ran do ne ye bo ye jie zhu de ya zo ju da jia ne mo ba me wan yo be la ma ye da zo me zo ma ye guo zo do da ma jie jie ma ye ne xia xie cang ba zhan du zo cang li la gu ya ru da xiu da jia yi jie jia la me jian zhun di zai yu la ma bie ma zhong ya da zai wu bie jie zai zai jie zai jie do la xie xie nan jia zu yu ne ye mo jie ma zai zai jie wei ni xue jie zi yu bie zhong zong la zhou du zhou wo yi xian zhe ma zheng da nian da yu xia zhang du zhuo da ra da mi mu si jian zhe ma ni bie ma ya sa zhu yu zhe lo di bi bu lo zhe ye xie ai nai de gong boi du jie la ya ni mi mi zhu bu zhu zhu xiong bie xie ai gu ya de zhe ya ge xian ba da li la zu hu xie xie ban yi de zhe Do mo di bi xiu zhuo jiao wan na ya zuo da wu ye me de ke do dong bo ji do yo dong be nga le yap le lung ge king go ngom bo shi we e da bo ba de ge za ma de den do ra le me mo bo do so ma de den do ale me go ge bo sung ge den do ale ju ye do ba ga bo de na ge za do dum le ju ye ba lang ge sha gu za
le je je ja gu za ma no do se le ju ya la ba je ja de za ma
cha do ha le ju ye da ye
ja ye za ma o zo le ju ye me sha ne za ma
sha lo la le ju ye le za me za ma lo no
no za ma le ju ye ra da de za ma no ja do ma le ju ye ja za ga we ju
cha sha do dam le ju ye
ja ga ma me za ma o zo ma le ju ye de ja me za ma de da ga do o ma ga ma a ma o ma wa za ma de de za wa ju
ran ge de ge wa le wa ze de lo la ba be lo ye me de be dan ye ju je ho mo yo yi ge so le wa ze mo xin de de wo do je song do je do do je na ho ni ye ge so la ye ge do ba na do ba ni hong ge ga do ji ne ge ye sa ye ge
ja
ye de do ba je o ge mo mo ba je
yo mo mo
mo mo
Lama Rinpoche Josa Lai Tete Tose Toa Tibo Shanya Sante Nyoto Londo Jamba Bawa Tose Chiche Daya Kasa Nama Gyode Keda Jemba La So Tangche Tete Tose Toa Tibo Shanya Sante Nyoto Londo Don't Nada no se la logo de la logo de se je jo ba de bo jo do che re che ma de ma jo ni zo na se se de la lo che da ya bo bo ma bo sa che ba da la se de je de yo dang de la do de do wa de bo ye xian de sam de ye do lo do cha ba da cha lo ma xin da na da do so ye mo ye de ye ye la da la ye bo lai de de do se do wa de bo xian de sam de ye do lo do cha ma ye de zhen de dang de那些端严人家你我来，代代都在在在在在。东阿人家马里大有钱，不拿上是随便拉马西，给给的大街把马里拉，也把有的拉路西大了，都是。
我的不了也，心里上的有多龙多走，我上面的多一切也，那着都有马上没报道，说心里好的是着的，明年谁到了个月这里子，人间老米苦在点报道，印度知道的这真有名。就说的人都做不能，老说娘的，老说的这真用不我些，知道知道能给上辈子，知道了上报一切都不到，你都要做我都觉得做，你我亲我亲给了。姐姐大好大，农姐看我上不到，看电视没给我打，瞧瞧马哈拉，为啥说我阿拉说起的给火起了，就把当把的不老是也怎么的些，大家都说，要去都去拿不到，这个要求马不到，有了叫啥农姐拿，说的小小农姐马不到，马不这边老知道，一年都是两把刀，俺们你这个的。也得给活起了，就把当把的不老再给咱们的些了，大家都。如果好多也好大，新鲜些不毛不大，路多人和人家大，目的想把的多，毛毛先不成的大，再不也是说的大，说到都也不做。3月的给活起了，就把当把的不老再给。大家都说，三脚有肉了，大脚长些看到大，都叫毛牛也看到，这就比较多。毛小姐家东西大，龙家东脚大，红脚那火电看大，眼睛里边哈啦，就给活起了，就把当把的不老三给。大家都说，不要长得多大，不要毛多大，就说都大，我是毛毛都多大，那也是些多大，那也是些多大，没大你大就把，啥东西都多大，对的也我见了就把，这跟咱们的些了，大家都说，啥大还是那不大，路都过了那不，啥也那么的么大，这个也是的些大，我都就这么大，一定是大东西大，不拉说了。我老毛没拉，说在那谁的给我见了就把当把的我老是，大家都说啥大还是那不大，路都过了那不大，谁那么的不大，就给人的些，我都就这么大，一定是大东西大，我拉说拉大，我老毛没拉，那谁的给我见了就把当把的我老是也这么。大家都说，啥大还是那不大，路都过了那不，啥也那么的不大，这个也是的些大，我都就这么大，一定是大东西。我拉说拉大，我拉毛没拉，说的那谁的给我见了就把大把的，这也咱们的些拉，大家都。给咱们不给就不给，啥说拉到你给就不说， 这了子，那就大爷的有什么的，早就的有些那些的，老大小都在老为了，谁给你就为这了。东边广州马连邦都得到了早都说，我打电话了说呢，也不就结束你。
Now we'll go to the King of Prayers, page 299. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri, you lines among humans gone to freedom in the present, past, and to all of you in worlds of 10 directions. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom of Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of Bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of Solfanam is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense offer to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfume, sandalwood power, heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings and spectacular array I offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers, hearers still training, and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who have attained a Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you who may actualize paranirvana, please stay with us for eons as numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddhas stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of 10 directions, and all you gone to freedom in the past, accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awakening as fully enlightened ones. May all worlds in 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with Bodhisattvas surrounding Buddhas gathered beneath a Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remembering my past lives in all varieties of existence, may I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then, following in the footsteps of all the Buddhas and perfecting the practice of a Bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity and all that obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in the worlds free of karma afflictions and interfering forces, just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky. May I ease the suffering in the lower realms and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the ways of a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, and with body, words, and also mind, may we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters encircled by bodhisattvas, or discouragement for eons to come. May I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of a bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilizations, gathering limitless pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Perceiving this in all directions, I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of 3 times Buddhas in the space of a wisp of hair. So I too will practice for an ocean of eons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddha's expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddha's communication suited to the varied tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding I plunge into the infinite and light speech of the Dharma of all Buddhas and 3 times gone to freedom, who continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activity of all future eons, and I will enter into all eons of the 3 times in but a fraction of a second. In one instant I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, and future lines among humans, and with the power of the illusion-like stabilization I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise I shall enter the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my guides, those lights of this world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal nirvana, final perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the perfect power of awakening, purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at their root, diffusing the power of interfering forces. I shall perfect the power of the bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds, may I free an ocean of beings, may I clearly see an ocean of Dharma, may I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. An ocean of activities, may I fulfill an ocean of aspirations, may I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas, may I practice without discouragement for an ocean of eons. To fully awaken through this bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening practice of all Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times everywhere, in order to practice exactly as the wise one called Samantabhadra, all-embracing good, the elder brother of the sons and daughters of the Buddhas. I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise may I dedicate, just as the skillful Samantabhadra, with pure body, speech and mind, pure actions and pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri, this bodhisattva practice of all-embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause all future eons. May my practice of pure activities be endless, my good qualities boundless, and through abiding in immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless as the end of space, likewise limitless are living beings, thus limitless are karma and afflictions. May my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of the infinite worlds in 10 directions, and one may offer during eons, numberless as atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and longing for highest awakening gives rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha infinite light. And even in this very human life they will be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long they will become like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the 5 boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family attributes and appearance, they will be invincible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all the 3 worlds will make offerings, going quickly to the noble Bodhi tree and sitting there to benefit sentient beings. Subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. Have no doubt that complete awakening is the fully ripened result comprehended only by a Buddha of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice in order to train just like the hero Manjushri who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication which is praised as greatest by all the Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, Suvati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception, for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus in this joyful land, the Buddha's magnificent mandala, may I receive a prediction of my awakening directly from the Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may I create class benefit beings throughout the 10 directions with 1 billion emanations by the power of wisdom. Through even the small virtue I have accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer of Samantabhadra's deeds, may all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha through the sking of aspirations, which is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wanderers in samsara. Through the accomplishment of this scripture dazzling with Samantabhadra's practice, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings. So I'm sorry, I should have mentioned at the beginning that we should think that through reciting this prayer, may all sentient beings receive or achieve all the qualities, realizations, benefits, and so on mentioned in this prayer.
Due to all the past, present, future merit, collected by material merit, collected by numberless sentient beings, numberless Buddhas. Like the king of the jewel, which grand jewel, that bodhicitta, may the bodhicitta be generated in the heart of all the 6 realms, particularly in the heart of everybody in this world, especially in the heart of all the students and the center benefactors, and the heart of all the volunteers working with them. Especially those who rely upon me, whom I promise to pray for, whose name is given to me. And especially in the heart of all of us here, including our family members, and those who came here in the past and this and the schedule and 10 years. So now all those who came here past, who will be coming in the future. So then those whose heart the bodhicitta is generated may increase. Chanjo zanjo rinpoche maje bang jijo jing jeva nyamba meba kane gondo bavara jo doni dawa rinpoche maje bang jijo jeva nyamba meba kane bavara jo Kangje rave gurve jingan de bendan deva malu jinve jere sewa denjen jazu yi side bado denjo je doni ninje zungdo ju cheje sande kangje denjo ga jangna bemo denjen jazu Dona gombo jere siwange seje jave janga kangje wala kangje bede zadun denye chawa chana bema jela duze jenda zo nyenge suzu kaje jabe jabe ranyan begu za jojo tazun jo
就  mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da dende 就 mejo seje jave jela da d
Mebe damba danda ge la za da be tu tu je nanda ma di go di ro da tre ra me zu kla ra me tre ra me zu kla ra number sentence bank number buddhas the meta students of the volunteers of the names given to the last year with family members actualize Lama Chopa teaching in this lifetime. Pure life in Lama Chopa. Living the pure life. Brave heart to bring activities. Activities the Bodhisattva. Brave heart. Then yoga of the true sages with transcendental wisdom, non-blood bliss, non-dual bliss oneness. And to actualize this Lama Chopa. Meja namda tame jindan de la je jaze jebe nindo je dada juga rinye nanju je la za jebe tanda jawa jodebe. In all the lifetimes, Sri Lama Chopa, they do extensive benefit of the extensive benefit of the teachings, and they have done the clearest explanation of Buddha's teachings. Mandalama Jigu Jindawa Godangu de Jada Jinganda Jaja Danja Zamba Jindawa Tanda Gonanda Zujuvaraju. I'm just a baby, just Buddha in the heart of everybody in this world, and made the danger war of famine, disease, Ebola, the disease, and all these undesirable things be pacified immediately. All the dangers, fire, water, earthquakes, tsunamis, and all those pacified immediately. May the perfect peace, happiness be all over the world, and may everybody become fortunate to actualize the realization of the gradual path to enlightenment. Chala Tujin Sowa Tabe Da So Kandu Neve Sajo Da Neda Oma Da Se Shiva Da Chodan Da Shi Bewa Zedu Now the most important prayer, and then to never rise hairs anger in the frame for 1 second to the external of the Guru, and realize from outside, the Buddha, numberless Buddha's whole action, then receive blessings of the Buddha's friend, so that then have realization, the renunciation, Buddha's right view, uncommon the two stages, and achieving enlightenment is possible. Pandela me namba tawala keje tamya loda mije jinde eleba tomya mogu jela me chela sanla jubarayu. Buddhas. The FPMT, I spread the Lamrim teaching in the heart of all the students and special causes and and then the scheduling at the Shasanta, universal grace run, spread Lamrim teaching in the heart of the essence Dharma, Lamrim teaching in the heart of sentient beings, special good heart. And then yourself able to spread the essence of Dharma, Lamrim teaching, especially the Buddha ultimate good heart in the heart of the sentient beings. Extra within yourself and others.
Page
Lama Jaya Bande Ba Rendo Lama Cheje jabo zanga wa juza namba bewa dange je zama jiwa tunje amale zamara jo dada shinje duzu da dewe zoni la den jawa lo zang jaba yu tenba yurin banjuru whatever merits we collect today to increase 100,000 times. Jamden the Jin Java Jambayang Daba Zoe Sangan Namana Zoji Jabala Jaz, Taja Samba Samba Jimbo Gunda Zambala Jaz, Tadam Java Bozana Soa, Mundurandura Zamaga Song. Tadam Java Ababodena is over, Mundurandura Zamaga Soa. Tadam Java Abodena 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 is over, Mundurandura Zamaga Abodena is over, Mundurandura Zamaga Soa. And the prayer to all the prayers what we did to be succeeding quickly. Someday the Jin Java Jambayang Daba Zoe Sanjay Mijela Biju Javala Chazaro. Someday the Jin Java Jambayang Daba Zoe Sanjay Moadamalan Danjara Javala Chazaro Mejon Seje Javej. Tendalua maybe Damba Dandaga Lazan Dabe to do Nanda Mamen Gunduarayu Tozo
xin chang gen ge wei chen xin kyong pe wei kun ze do mo ze cho sung gu wei le men tu dru pa da so du je kun du sha ten jo.
The Lama Chopa, the Ngosemitu. Yes, there are the chanting the last and the end of the tune quickly. There are, but what I've been doing is like tenuring the word different, the chanting. They except the going high voice that. So. So the end comes slow, cutting, quick, slow. Then I think the chanting becomes very much sweeter. That's all. Thank you. Yeah, that's all. But there are some chant at the end and quickly. There are, but what to send? They accept the going high. Then the last one, come go slowly. That was what was sweet. Yeah.